Divinity. He tries to make his way through the mid doors, and it is Medieval Esports who pick themselves up their 5th round and start to edge into the lead. Breeze again, trying to do what he can out towards long. 5Degree back on the pistol eco. Fruity, nice work taking down Divinity. I don't know if he had the information or if he was just expecting that. Coots runs out of bullets in his CZ, which has been tweaked in the last patch. Fruity, make sure he gets full window control. Throws Molotov in there for the time being. Jake caught up onto the short, and Raven of Death finds Alex as well. Sitting up towards triple. That's a flawless victory from Medieval Esports as they get themselves to 6-4 in favour. And this is working pretty well so far. One thing that has to be said though, the economy is such a struggle on Dust 2 CT side. Disillusion. Probably, I would have thought, I've got the benefit of X-ray, but probably would have seen at least that first man go across there through the smoke. Maybe should have cracked off a shot. I think more often than not, they will get a smoke down, but you have to kind of figure out the timing if you want to go an AWP mid, because as soon as the smoke goes down, you're not going to be able to call numbers, but you might be able to just time the cross well enough that you can catch someone going through. And you kind of get this sixth sense about whether you've tagged a guy or not. As Callum, he's going to catch Akistan over towards the Xbox in mid with the AWP in hand. That kind of shot where you've only got the head to aim for, I find personally quite difficult with the AWP, playing on higher sensitivity, but I'm sure that these guys will be playing sensibly, not getting into the trap that I did, will be playing on lower sensitivity or will tweak around with the sensitivity while you're scoped up, which you can do just to make sure that the AWP is perfectly tuned. Just gives you that extra flexibility that you can use that, plus you've still got the rifle, and it's nice that you can get that in depth with your settings. I've always just left it alone as it is and kind of made do, but that's definitely not the way forward to make sure that you're consistent. Callum and Coots though. Coots with his second, and Callum with the no-scope jumps to the short. Wasn't expecting to see Breeze there, but 5Degree bring themselves back to within 1. It is 6-5 in favour of Medieval Esports on the T side, but 5Degree keeping it pretty close here, all things considered, and on what is very arguably a CT-sided map. So again, Divinity able to skip across along with his buddy over towards the B side, completely unabated. The mid player not going for any attempt to fire a shot through the door. Actually, I think Disillusion might have gone down now. I don't know if he had the AWP in hand. I didn't check. But talking of an AWP, Callum has used his to great effect as he catches Breeze. So 5Degree going to try and bring this thing home if they can. Back to a 6v6 situation in terms of the rounds. And this is playing much faster pace than I'm used to Dust 2 being. Nothing wrong with that. Not going to complain. Callum comes up huge with a 3K with the AWP in hand. Alright, so a few of the players just remarking that they're having problems with glitchy models, etc. Maybe this is something to do with the last update. Wouldn't be surprised. We can talk about a few points in that update. Aside from a rather senseless change on Mirage, it's going to impact absolutely nothing though. A few adjustments which I am very happy with. Alex going to do what he can. Catches 2 players. And this isn't an eco push either, like they had full guns up. Jake got players coming in from both directions, does a nice amount of damage to Fruity. He's going to drop the plant down 4 short. 2v2 Sitch. 5Degree have numbers in their favour in that they've got higher hit points. Still up and in hand. Coots needs to be crisp. He's not crisp so far. catches a flash. I think it's actually too bad. He's managed to dodge a bullet with that one. Walking around waiting for Disillusion, waiting to be in a dream, catches him through the smoke, and the defuse is going to come in. 5Degree edge themselves back into the lead. If they can win half here on CT side, it's got to be impressive stuff from them. So a few updates to talk about. CZ, the damage has been dropped a little bit. So it means you're less likely to get scammed with helmeted headshots with that gun. As Callum able to find Raven the Death, he's doing some really good work over towards short, but he's taken down in a 1-for-1 trade in the end by Mac 10. Of all things, and the weapon is very quickly upgraded. Breeze grabs himself Callum's AWP and does great damage with it, picking up 2 frags as the plant going to come in, and Medieval going to try and bring it back to 7-7. And they're all to play for in the final round as to who wins half. Disillusion got Coos coming in from Xbox, catches him. Last man from CT, I think they've got his number. They have. Disillusion drops off, picks up his second. There's a real end-to-end battle going on here. As we missed the early stages of this, so didn't get to talk about the MP7, which is now $200 cheaper. It's my SMG of choice anyway, so that's an extra benefit. But I think that's going to make the SMG of choice for more players. 200% kill bonus for every frag that you get. They've got a nice crossfire set up here. Alex, he's going to get caught from the stairs, but they've got a second player at the box they need to deal with. That's Callum. He gets one, but he's traded again instantly 1-for-1. They're not getting the full advantage out of that weapon. Disillusion trying to walk through long doors and do what he can from there with the AWP up. Cocked to his shoulder, but that hasn't gone to plan. Raven to Death spraying and praying. A lot more praying than there was spraying, but he comes away with the frag, leaving Akistan. Last man. He's got a bomb plant down. Divinity catches him though. We'll get the defuse, and 5Degree take a slender lead, 8-7 from their CT side. So 5Degree will certainly be the happier of the two sides, having picked up the half win on CT. Medieval Esports going with the USPs. Going to try and one-tap faces if they can. Through to getting early aggression inside the tunnels. Does manage to find the face of Alex as they continue to push and commit fully to this short. Raven of Death going to try and come in from behind, but they will be long gone. And these two players coming in. Oh, it doesn't matter because Disillusion and Breeze is going to tap the remaining 4 as they make their way from Catwalk. So those two players rotating in from behind. It could have been an issue for them. Probably would have been too slow if the guys round about the bomb site hadn't done their job, but they have well and truly stepped up. So see Disillusion, he's gone for the MP7. Real mix of weapons. Breeze, he's forced up and got himself an M4. Akistan going for the FAMAS. Huge fan of the FAMAS, actually. And for that is a good choice in this situation, but there's so many good SMGs that are useful that you can get 200% kill bonuses from. And when you're up against, like we're seeing from 5Degree here, upgraded pistols, you'd rather have that close quarters, I think, and be able to run and gun a little bit. Give these guys who are looking for pistol one-taps a bit of a moving target. So stacking up towards mid. 50 seconds left to go on the clock. Fruity doing some good work, locking down the mid to B. Disillusion, he's going to get up close and personal with Coots and drops the MP7 straight into his hand. Fruity's position is known, and they try and get the push on him, and they do get the push on him. Coots making use of the MP7, but misses with the dig for a chance on a falling headshot on Breeze. And what a half he's starting to put together, Breeze. Puts him top of the frag charts for Medieval Esports. Callum leading the charge for 5Degree. Some solid work with the AWP in hand up close, but a lot of those one-for-one trades, to be fair. And maybe not the most useful in terms of the team dynamic. Maybe could have made their half win a little more comprehensive. Fruity spamming through the door. Swinging and missing more often than not. Fruity does get his man in the end. Jake trades back with the Glock in hand. Go retrieve an M4. Medieval Esports going to be coming on the hunt. Get him without losing any of their remaining 4 players. That's going to bring them a 2-round advantage, 10-8. As 5Degree go on to a full buy. So full buy versus full buy. Fruity with the AWP. Gets hammered from the mid doors, so he's going to try and set himself up in a position where he can make a shot. But he will not be calling this in as they go for a full commit onto short. Coots does take down Disillusion, but it's going to be too late. And that AWP in the hands of Fruity, he hasn't really got the mobility. He's going to try and get himself across to help his teammates, but they're going to have to be on point, Breeze and Raven to death, and that is exactly what they are doing so far. Locking it down from distance. Breeze, once again, that's a 3K from him and counting. Jake, last man standing. Got a play coming from behind Akistan, so he can take him down. Could have got into B, but nothing comes of it. And Medieval win the first buy versus buy, 11-8. Double AWP coming in, Coots. Straight away cuts his Akistan as he tries to go in and hold the B tunnels, which is so often the case when he goes solo towards B. AWP able to find one, but they do get a bomb plant, 5Degree. That's going to help their finances, if nothing else, as they're on a bit of a losing run as of right now. Going to try and hold it off as best they can, though. Breeze looking to add to his impressive frag tally. Nothing comes of it so far. Alex taken down to 13 points health towards back. Fruity gets challenged up close, but he comes away with 1, make it 2. That's really tidy work from Fruity with the AWP in hand, and Breeze, who else, able to come in and clean up the remaining 2 players. Huge work from these 2. Captain's innings from Fruity, picking up 2 very difficult shots. The first one through the door, up close and personal, and then the second as well. Pretty much a reaction shot, no scope, as the other 5Degree player comes and challenges him at the door. So often you see an AWP go down straight away, up close and personal in that kind of situation, and you know, it's one of those where as someone that's played as the main AWPer in the team for a little while, I know all about the panic that you can sometimes get yourself into. And 5Degree, they're getting stalled here. Disillusion with the AWP over towards Kai. He's got 2. They're allowing him to pick off these players. Alex does come up with a frag in the end towards Pitt, but it's 4v2 in favour of Medieval Esports. And they are, well, they're cleaning this thing up so far. It's like they're playing it on T-side as Alex in the pit. Gets 2. Breeze comes in. Alex, 5-man is on. Throws an nade and a flash. It's another kill for Breeze. 22 and 11 for him. 7 gold stars. Well and truly deserved. Look at some of these pings, by the way. Breeze doing all that with a 90 ping. Akistan nearly on an even KDR. His ping's at 300. Jeez. Have fun with that as Alex, with the AWP in hand, catches Fruity. Now 5Degree want to try and get some kind of foothold into this game if they can. They've been really struggling to get any kind of map control whatsoever. And when it does come to them committing somewhere, it's been Medieval Esports well and truly on point with what they've been doing, and they're not afraid to peek out and be aggressive and look at these angles or get up close. I mean, Disillusion over towards Card, challenging 3-4 players over towards Long. He's being more aggressive doing that on CT side than he was when the AWP watching mid. 5Degree though, they've used the B split. One player over towards Card, that's Akistan, who's trying to work with his dodgy ping. Davitia, he gets 2 frags, make that 3, working as the lurk over towards the A site, catching players as they try and rotate in. Pause is called by Medieval Esports as one player disappears from the server. So just to recap, we will be watching BitPoint squaring off against Nightless again on this map. That's going to be coming up at 8:45 UK time, so we'll take a little break and put the stream back up round about that time. So we'll probably have about 45 minutes to an hour's worth of break. Might try and see if I can deal with the issues I've got with FPS, etc. Make sure everything's updated, that kind of thing. Maybe get a cheeky game of PUBG or 2 in before that game goes live. And then that will be the conclusion of the Week 7 games, actually. We've had 2 dropouts with Plasnite. Also stepping away. So they've been unable to get themselves into the playoff stages of this competition this time around. So a chance for them to have another go in Season 3. Our plan was going to be to show you a few other choice games from outside of Killer Gaming in those slots, but it's going to be a bit of a catch-up week, actually. We've got a few other games that we've managed to miss due to a few time constraints and that sort of thing. So a chance to catch up on some of those games before we start getting into the playoffs. So those are going to be shown, including BitPoint versus BitPoint Academy, which is being played a little bit later on tonight. That's going to clash actually with the actual Week 7 fixture, so we won't be showing you that one live. We will show you the Week 7 games and get those over and done with, but we will be putting together a commentary for that one. You will be able to watch that game very shortly, hopefully later on this week actually. We'll be able to bring you that, and that's going to be a thoroughly enjoyable contest as 5Degree, they get themselves the plant over towards the B side. Disillusion tries to skip through the smoke. Coots dragging just a little bit, wasn't tracking the run as such, but he's able to come away with the AK spray down in the end, and 5Degree put themselves within 3. 13-10 in favour still of Medieval Esports. You have a look at this. A couple of players still have weapons, but 3 are pretty much fully committed into this round. Potential reset is on the table, but Medieval will have to one-tap faces if they want to come away with it, as they are pushed onto an eco. And we're in another one of these difficult situations where I think maybe not this round, but the next round, the winner of that could well end up taking this whole contest. Depending on how the economy works, depending on the swing and the momentum, as Divinity with the spray down finds 3 players from range, make it 4. Huge play from him. It is an eco bash, but it's not the easiest of eco bashes, trying to do it from that kind of range. Raven the Death then, last man. He's tried to find some solace up towards T-Spawn, but he needs to be thinking about tapping someone in the face. Coos, what a shot. Come on, that's not fair. And it is within 2, so I'm calling it. Medieval Esports going for a full commitment into this round. 5Degree have the cash to buy again next time out, so Medieval will be within 1 of putting the draw on the board if they pick this one up. 5Degree will get themselves to within 1 of Medieval's score if they pick that one up, and they'll be forcing the CTs back onto pretty much a full eco. They'll be in the driving seat, and if they can win one more buy versus buy and break the economy with so few rounds left to play, it could be game over. Callum catches Breeze. As soon as Breeze starts firing, Raven of Death had dropped out of pit, leaving his teammate exposed. A case of really poor timing. So Alex, he cleans up Disillusion. Fruity getting tagged from Gaze, but they got the information on it, and you see him spraying down. I've talked about that so many times. When the smoke is down and you know players are crossing, you could use that to your advantage on CT's side. Nothing comes of it. His position is known. They're able to catch him and the remaining man, Disillusion. So it is going to be 5Degree forcing Medieval back onto another pistol eco. If they win this, 13-13. Medieval will have a tough choice as to whether they want to buy next time out. If they buy and they lose, they're going to be properly up against it as far as finances, and I think 5Degree should be able to bring this one home. But how many times have we seen a CZ push come away with something? Oh, Divinity finds Fruity. Will he know about the second player? It doesn't matter. Again, he's in the spray down. Again, he's picking up another eco bash. That's 4 players that he has found. The rest of his teammates making their way over towards A. They're going to get the plant down. Rain the Death does catch Divinity before he can put the 5k on the board, but they drop the AK out of his hand instantly. Nice work from Coots again, and it is going to be 13-13. So look at the money on the CT side. Watch as they spend everything they have into this round. They have some loss bonus. They can have some weaponry to do something as Akastan is caught. So he tries to jump across. That hasn't helped one bit. 2 players trying to work towards the tiles. Fruity comes in to try and help, and does help with 1 before the second comes in. Alex picks him up. Does he know about the second player at the back of sight? He does now. Akastan gave away his position by firing off that shot. 3 players making their way towards B, but the bomb hasn't gone in that direction yet. Where's the bomb? Alex coming to the window, trying to make a nuisance of himself. Players on the rotate, but they have gone maybe a little too quick. They didn't have the bomb. They didn't need to move as quickly as they did. Could have hung in there a little bit longer, waited for information, waited for a plant, have gone for a full and committed retake. You see here, they can go for a force into Famises and that sort of thing, and that's exactly what they're going to do. Force up and buy what they can. But if they lose this, it's game over. They'll have a second scrub by against a fully committed T side. Koo's pushing through, showing the aggression. He's got the confidence. He's had a huge T side. See Breeze so worried about getting the upgrade that he's walked straight into the iron sights of an AWP. Disillusion catches Divinity, but it's going to be him against 2. Jake finds him with the AWP, had the information, and 5Degree put the draw on the board. 15-13. Potentially the last round of the contest. It's been a spirited battle as Disillusion finds Fruity. Again, the aggression. Starting to open things up. That Molotov's going to count for absolutely nothing as he gets put out instantly. Divinity catches Akastan over towards the B site. They've got in here far too easily. Probably has something to do with his 200+ ping that he's been nursing throughout this contest. And you think maybe if he'd been in full strength, would have been a different story, and Medieval would have had enough to bring this thing home. They started so well during the early part of that CT side, but it wasn't meant to be. 16-13 it is in favour of 5Degree in the end, going along with that form as things have been in this competition so far, and that is the last that we're seeing of both of these teams in the group stages. That's job done for them. So we've got Nightless versus Bitpoint, two super strong contenders. That is going to be shown for you at 8:45 UK time. So we've got just under an hour. I'm going to mess about with a few settings and see if I can do anything about the FPS drops, etc., that have started to plague me recently. And then, yeah, it's a chance for us all to go and grab drinks, chill out a little bit, because the next one is going to be one heck of a contest, I can tell. Look forward to bringing you that one. So see you in just under an hour's time, 8:45, Nightless versus Bitpoint. It's going to be Dust 2 again. Thank you very much, and catch you then.